Hi guys, and thanks for watching The Social Life. Today I am going to be talking about a question I got from Unscripted, asking basically, how do you manage it all? Like, how do you know where to focus your energy and your time? There's so much you have to think about when you're running a nonprofit, and I totally understand where you're coming from. Here's the bottom line. We don't manage it all. Like, no one does. No one person manages it all. And the only way that you're really able to get things done is to get to a point where you can actually have help, whether it's a volunteer or a hired staff member or whoever it is. They are amazing, and that's the only way really that you'll be able to manage it all. The real deal with all of this is that if you want people to be able to come into your organization and help you at all, you need to have some sort of process manual. So I will send you guys, I will leave a link to a download that you guys can download, which is basically a process of how the organization is run, like how to do specific tasks. So I'm going to send, the download I'll show you is like specific tasks of how to upload kids to our website. And I will give that to my interns. I will give that to anyone that helps me, upload kids onto our website. Anyone that comes into the program should be able to take this piece of paper with all the steps on it, and I'm talking about every single step, all the steps on it, and they can go upload a kid for me. Because I realized that was the one task that was really slowing me down from being more efficient with the program. So for you as a new director, what I would recommend is that you start writing out your processes. Write out the things that you do on a daily basis. Take one task, say, we record videos every day for our nonprofit. Okay, if you record videos every day, what is the first thing you need to do? You have to grab the camera out of the closet or wherever it is, right? And attach the USB cord to the computer from the camera, and then you're going to turn on the iMovie or whatever, there's a whole process, but you need to go step by step by step by step so that anyone can come in and do these videos for you. What's your intro? What's your outro? What's all the things that go along with recording those videos? What are the things that go along with, an intake for a new client or a new customer for your nonprofit? Those are the types of process manuals that you need. And then you have a process manual book where if someone comes, you can be like, oh yeah, hold on, here's my book of these things. Go to this page and you can find that. So when you're just starting out, you might think, oh God, I don't know what process, but you all have a process. Everybody has a process. So think about what process you have and how you just need to get it on paper. You just need to get this process on paper. I don't care if the process is fully complete. I don't care if you leave out a few steps, because that's part of the learning process with you and the new person to help you. When they come in and they can use these process manuals, it will alleviate so much of the stopping and starting and stopping and starting, especially if you're planning on getting interns. This is a great way to get interns up and running. You have your process manual. You can tell them to do that, whatever that process manual is, and that's their reference guide, right? So that you can then do other work that you need to work on while that work is getting done. And occasionally they might have a question like, it says to do this, but I can't do this before I get there. And then you know that you need to add that into your process manual because that became an issue. And so you don't want to have to deal with it again. So you want to do it one time and then not worry about it anymore. And you can do that when you have a process manual. We don't manage it all. No one manages it all well, at least let me say that. So all the different hats that you have to wear as a nonprofit founder, they will change, and you have to be okay with that. You're not going to get everything done, and it's not all going to be perfect, and you have to reprioritize sometimes. I used to focus so much on my newsletter, and I thought it was the most important thing, and I still do. But, I also had to work on some things with my organization. We had to reorganize and restructure the organization before I could really work on the newsletter. So all the time you'll kind of be restructuring and you'll be reprioritizing things that are important to you. And I think it's just important to know that because all too often we don't talk about some of the struggles that come along with running a nonprofit and being the only person doing it, or the main person doing things that has to be in charge of all these other areas of what you're doing. And we make it look really glamorous, right? Like things look really fun and awesome because we're putting it on social media and people only see whatever it is they want you to see on social media. But the bottom line is that all entrepreneurs, both social or for-profit entrepreneurs, we all are, struggling to make things work and to be the most efficient that we can be and stay on top of all the things that we can stay on top of. So those different hats are going to always be changing unscripted. They are always going to be, you're always going to be trying to figure out what is the most priority, what requires my attention the most today, what requires my attention the most in this hour, right? So those things will change all the time. So don't get discouraged. Just understand that that is just the way it is right now until you get some help. And for self-preservation, you really do have to just allow some of the things to take the back burner. And that's the bottom line. Some things will just have to take the back burner because you're not going to be able to get to those things today in order for you to focus on this priority right now. So just remember that you're not alone. This is totally normal until you start to get the help that you need to be able to allow you to move on to something else. I just wanted to kind of dig a little deeper into that because I am saying to use a process manual, and it does help tremendously when you do have some help that wants to come in and help you. Sometimes the help can be getting the help can be a little bit harder if you don't have that process manual for them to look through on their own. And I found that with my interns, that's been one of the saving graces. It's like having the process manual for them to reference rather than asking me all the questions directly, because you want to be able to help them and you want to be able to learn where the cracks are in your process, and then you add those in. And the most important part of that is just to make sure you add those pieces in. I hope that helped you get out there and unleash your something amazing, and I will see you on the next one. Also, if you are not part of the Social Life Tribe, go on Facebook and join us. And if you are not part of the Social Life Diaries, go ahead and sign up for that as well. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.